I killed her because I do love her. These hands, these hands that gave life to many killed her because of my love for her. Ladies and gentlemen of this honorable court, please listen to me. Listen to my story before you give me my verdict. I am Dr. Reyes, a cancer specialist. I was born in the slums of Batalon. My father? My oh so loving, caring, invisible father. I don't know him, for I am a child of faith. The only person that I have is my mother. My mother brought me up in such determination that I inherited it from her. My mother had a burning faith that she turned the nights into days. The will to never give up coursed through my veins, and my ambition was to escape the filthy and horrible place of Batalon. I was nourished with hope that someday I might live a life different from her. I persevered throughout my school days, and that desire to have a better life with my mother kept me running. All her efforts were not in vain, for I pushed through with flying colors. My mother, who had given her whole life to me, had tears in her eyes as she pinned the gold medal in my proud chest. Later on, I was sent as a scholar of the Philippines to the United States of America. I embraced my mother tightly as I've reached the boarding area. "Mother, mother," I whispered. "You will always be the best mother in the world." I kissed her forehead and looked away from her crying figure, barely hearing the "I love you" that came out of her lips. The words became my fuel throughout my stay abroad. After 4 years, I came back with laurels. I became a cancer specialist. I wanted to surprise her as I opened the gates to our house. But I never expected to be the one who is getting a surprise of my life. She had breast cancer, and she kept it a secret from me. I who had used to ease the pain of many people abroad, came too late for the life of my dying mother. I gave the best treatment. I gave the best treatment for her. But the grasp of death was so tight around her body. My God. What is the use of 10 years of study if I couldn't even use it at my mother's pain? I have never felt so useless in my life. Not even the vast knowledge I have could ever save her. Then one day, oh, I remember that day. It was her birthday. That day, we celebrated it with a simple feast. And I ended up wishing to the Almighty to cure my mother and heal her from her illness. The night came and I heard a strange cry coming from her room. I ran quickly to her room, and as soon as I opened the door, she asked me in a frail voice, "Do you love me, child?" Shocked at her question, I ran to her bed and embraced her tightly. I cried and cried on her shoulders. "Yes, mother. If only I could get all your pain and agonies away. Then, if you love me and my sufferings, kill me. Let me die," she said, smiling. Her statement sent waves of pain throughout my body. I cried even more as I looked at her dying image. "But mother, I promised to give life and not take it." I cried again. God, she didn't deserve the unhappiness. She deserves to be happy. But I still did it. I ran to my room with tears running down my cheeks and came back with a syringe filled with a clear substance. "Mother, forgive me. God, please understand me," I told her as I injected the contents of the syringe into her. She looked at me and smiled her brightest smile. I smiled back at her as I watched her close her eyes slowly. Then, my whole world stopped as her hand felt cold and lifeless. "Mother! Mother! You must not leave me! Mother! I love you. It was only distilled water. Mother! Mother!" I shook her body again and again, hoping that she would wake up. But she died in my arms, smiling. I could never forgive myself for killing her. Now all of you are crying because of what I've told you? How surprising. Don't give me that look in your eyes. I don't deserve that pity. Ladies and gentlemen, now I have told you my story. Give me your verdict! Yes, it was only distilled water which ended the sufferings of my mother. Judge me! Punish me! Go! Punish me! Sentence me to death. Thy will be done.